In 2019, the African Union, together with its 8 economic commissions, created what we call the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, the AfCTA in short. This is part of the Agenda 2063, where the countries in Africa are trying to reduce trade barriers within Africa and make it easy to trade among themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Text Platform. I'm your usual host, Tumelo Rannau. Welcome. This week we tackle the AfCTA because Botswana has joined 53 other African countries by being the 54th country to ratify the Agreement on Free Trade. As mentioned earlier, the agreement aims to create one African market and eliminate trade barriers and boost intra-Africa trade so that the African countries trade more amongst each other than it is trading with countries outside Africa. While the agreement or trading under the agreement officially started 2 years ago, that is the 1st of January 2021, we recently ratified it this month of February. The question then is, what does it mean for Botswana? What does it mean for businesses in Botswana? One, for businesses in Botswana, it means now it will be much cheaper to buy goods from other African countries that are outside SACU. Because remember, it has been cheap to buy within SACU and to some extent within SADC, because SACU, the Southern African Customs Union, which includes Botswana, Lesotho, Swaziland, South Africa and Zimbabwe, formed a customs union and didn't charge customs taxes or excise duties. Or let me just summarize and say import duties when buying goods from each other, but only charge taxes when you are trading outside the SACU region, you are importing outside the SACU region. So if you are buying outside the SACU region, you will be charged some customs duties or excise duties at the port of entry, because there was no agreement in place of trading with each other. That means it was cheaper to buy within SACU than buying, for example, in Mozambique or in Zambia. Giving an example of the alcohol industry, because you will be charged excise duty at the point of entry when the alcohol comes in, and the customs duty for whether you are buying from Mozambique or Zambia. But if you are buying the alcohol from South Africa, for example, then there is no excise duty, and the customs duties rates are way below. So now this will extend to other African countries, and it will now be cheaper to buy those goods and other goods that has been subject to import duties. Then what does it mean for the country? It means we will get less revenue from customs, since we are removing these tariffs of trading in Africa and making it easier and much cheaper to trade in Africa. This will affect customs duties more, but because excise duty is mostly charged in country, then our share from SACU won't be affected much when it comes to excise, but it will only be affected on the customs side. Now, it is expected that this loss of revenue from customs can be compensated through other taxes such as income tax, such as VAT, and of course growth in the economy, as it will be easier to trade with other African countries and therefore growing our GDP. That's how it is expected that the loss of revenue will be compensated at a country level. This was the Tax Platform, informing the nation on tax matters. Hope that was insightful. Remember that we are available across all your favorite podcast platforms and also on various social media platforms. Do follow us and continue to be informed and have knowledge on tax matters. Thank you. Have a good day.